Hello everyone, we are almost there. I'm done with the covers and I'm going to show them to you in the next video, only because they're far away from me right now and I wanted to tell you one more thing about the binding. And since the last video was about the binding, I thought to continue this one so we don't don't get overly confused. So this is the binding. What I decided to do offline is to put some Tyvek on the side that we have our hinges. And now I am going to apply double-sided tape all over this binding, on the back, of course. Now, what I wanted to tell you, the way I'm going to apply the tape, in order to help me when I glue it down, so to help me glue it down as straight as possible, I am going to apply tape from the score line all the way to the end on this side. Same here. And then what's left is going to be another piece of tape, because like this, when we apply the binding, what I have to do is just remove the tape that is in between our hinges. So like this, I don't have to worry about this side getting stuck down the wrong way or this side getting stuck down the wrong way, and then I can attach each piece individually, right? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to apply tape on this side, so from the score line that is visible on the back all the way to the end. So let's do that quickly. Let me get it again, get rid of this extra saved pieces. I mean, get it in the sense like pull them on the side. I should have done this offline, but I forgot. Okay. Oops, almost fell off the chair. Hello. Earth to Sandy. All right, this is a little bit, it's not straight, so I wanted to see if I can cut it and get it straight. It helps me more if things are straight from the beginning, so there is no, I don't have to worry about every little thing before I go ahead and apply tape. If your tape is straight, the rest should be a lot easier, right? Especially on such a big pieces, on such a big project. Ah, the mouse. I keep forgetting to put it out of the way. Okay. Ah, this is good tape now. Look how tough it is to remove it. To give you an example of the difference. Okay, so I'm taking my roll and I am going to open it so that I'm gonna keep one hand underneath so that no, stay there. Yes. So I'm going to try and be exactly on that score line as well as at the edge. Try not to go over the edge if you can. Nah. Gotcha. You want it to roll towards my project. No. Okay, it's not easy. Okay, I'm nice and straight on this edge, as straight as I can. Problem is my hand is trapped under this now. Oh, darn it. Okay, I'm being trapped. Okay, created a few bubbles, but it's okay. So now I'm going to cut it here. Oh, phew. Since I didn't burnish it there, I was able to remove it. This is gonna be a little bit of a toughie, so I'm gonna have to turn it this way and do it on this other side. So let me make more room on my space, on my working space. I'm gonna hold the roll with my elbow here. But do you really think he wants to stay? No. It's rolling away from me. Don't stretch. Okay. Great. That's one side. Now let's do the other side. So again, from the score line to the edge. You know what? I kind of liked it when I held it with my elbow. I'm gonna do the same here. I feel like I have more control in this way. So from the score line to the edge. Slowly, don't stretch the paper. I mean not the paper, the tape. Let it relax. Okay. Done. And same thing on the other side. Let's turn it this way. Once again, gonna use my elbow. This even helps when I do it with on the left side, because I'm a righty, so of course I find things more comfortable on the right side. So from the score line all the way to the edge. Let the tape fall down. Great. Okay. I glue down to my, oh my goodness. Now this is what I call good tape. And now for the middle, we are going to apply the tape. And because these are nice and straight, I'm going to remove a little bit on each side and I'm going to apply the other one, but when I'm gonna close this, we're still gonna have a straight line. That's why it was important for these pieces to be nice and straight. Because I didn't burnish it. This will probably be a little bit more challenging because of these pieces being in the way. But here, you don't care whether or not you're straight. Of course, don't try not to create any bubbling. But once you apply the tape, we close, you open it up, close this down, and this is what gives you that nice straight line between the, how do you call it? Between the, I'm going to stand up here. This will be a little bit tougher and I might be in the way, and I'm sorry if that's the case, because I'm trying to hold it with my elbow while I'm keeping this down nice and straight. And you also have to press the hinges down. Okay, I'm good there. So press the hinges down. Close this for the time being so we can turn it around and cut the tape. Make sure you're not cutting into your hinges, of course. This would be the toughest cut. Ta-da! So now I'm gonna burnish it really well here. Where is the, to get in all those nicks and cracks. And then from each side I'm going to remove, and I'm going to allow this to fold into place. Okay. And this is another way to guide you when you put your binding down, so that you don't do it crooked. Because when you put your binding down, first you're going to remove this piece, and this reveals exactly the part that needs to be glued first. If this is straight, the rest goes straight, right? So, and after that, once you put this down, then it's easy to peel this off from the back and, you know, smoothen it out. So all I have to do is to put the strip here. I'm not sure if I have any of these. No, these are too wide. That's okay. This is just in the middle. Just curious, what's the width? It's 3/4 of an inch. I don't have 3/4 of an inch tape. Maybe I'll cut from those strip and I'll just put them in the middle, but that, you know, we don't have to show you online. So this is what I want to show you in this video quickly, how I applied the tape. Oh, and actually one more thing, because you can only do this before we apply it. Take your scissors, and because this is the same length as our papers, you're not going to be able to insert the papers unless we trim a little bit at the ends, okay? It's just full of glue now. Now, what we are going to trim, see this core line that is on our hinge, the one that I said is just for reference only and it will not be bent on? Well, put your scissors right at the score line. Okay, so this is the position in which you should cut. So I'm placing my scissor right at the score line and I'm going to cut in an angle for all the pieces. That's one. come closer, maybe that will help. So I'm placing my scissors right at the score line, and I'm cutting in an angle. And this should help the page to stop right here at the score line, so you don't go any further than necessary. I'm gonna do the same on the other side, so I'm turning it around so that I can place my scissors exactly at the score line. And before I do anything else at all, I'm going to test and see if the pages fit, because if they don't fit, then at least all you have to do is just to create another binding system. Hopefully that's not the case, rather than do the covers and everything else from scratch. Okay, so now let's bring the pages in. So one page at a time. So this is the back page, the last page. Let's see if this one fits. Of course it does, and it stops exactly there, exactly at the score line. See, it doesn't go any further than that. That's one. Let's see page number 3. And of course, make sure you are putting your pages the right way. Right now, I'm not gluing anything down, so I'm just testing. Because if there is any page at all that doesn't want to go in, now it's time to trim down a little bit. Maybe we need to make that angle, you know, bigger or something. And this is page number 2, making sure we are putting this the right way. Now I can remember, this gotta be the right way. Okay. Once again, I'm not gluing anything down right now. I'm just testing to make sure that the hinge fits the pages. Of course, you gotta be a little bit stubborn. God forbid we are nice. Okay. Perfect, that fits. And the last first page. Right now I don't want to force the hinge because it's not on the spine. I'm just testing the pages. And I'm getting a little bit of resistance up here for the first page. Yep, it fits. Great. Of course, this, when it's glued down, it's not going to pull up or anything like that. But look at this, how beautiful. And it lays down flat too. I like that. Let's see if I am to start looking through the album. Right now, the spine is lifted, of course. I mean, not the spine, the hinge is lifted because it's now glued down. But trying to make sure that we are as flat as possible. Oops. This will have room to rotate. That's great. This has room to go because this one moved from inside. Right now we are just testing. I want to make sure that all of our, yep, they have room to open up. What else do you need? Whatever. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Once again, this is now glued down, so, but yeah, it works. Everything works just fine. So far, it looks promising. So we shall see in a couple of videos. We should be done with everything. See you in a bit, guys. Bye bye for now.